R. Slotky says. Hi Lewis.
What's up, R? How are you doing? What's up? Adjust the volume some. Give me a second.
R. Slotky says. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It has been a while. Let me adjust the volume just a little bit. There we go. A little bit. That seems good. Is that too much? Do that. This up, and we are good. That's it. All right. Sorry, we'd have that. We'll do this. Second. It's my dad sleeping up there. But that doesn't fall. There we go. All right, we're gonna do some portraiture today. I got him in. I'm gonna work on his hair some. The hair's not that great. I need to design it better. Um, just need to paint better all around, which is always the case, but build it up. Just be smart. Just be smart. Don't panic. So I actually need to cut his hair, and I've been waiting to cut it because I'm painting it a little bit long, but it's a little bit too long at this point. So if I can get this painted in how I want it, then we are in business, and then I can cut his hair and it can be comfortable, and I have a nice painting out of it. I think too that I want to do more portraits of him. Since it's a free model, I enjoy having him in here, and I can also do different
Paris
designs,
Black
different lighting, and all
1711
that stuff.
says.
So
Hey Lewis, long time no see. Bought my very home back in August. Still working on setting up my art studio so I can get back to painting.
good, 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 excellent. So can you hear me okay? Sorry, I think you can. I just
Windy City 1828 says.
there
Hey, good to see you.
we go. Windy City, what's up? What's up? All right. Y'all let me know if like this volume or something's off. Just let me know and I'll try to correct it. It's hard for me to tell. See, this is a computer. I switch computers out. It's the one that I use at home, so sometimes I switch the volume with stuff, and then it gets a little bit crazy. What was I doing? Paint, 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 paint. So we're gonna mix the colors first. Some colors. And get painting
Windy
on
City 1828
in my
says.
face.
Sounds good, Imo.
Fluid. So I'm using this one, ivory black, lead white, Primness white, yellow ochre, Indian red, alizarin, cobalt blue, and then some
R. Slotky says.
ultramarine
I
ultramarine
also
blue.
had a long break in painting because I bought a house. That keeps you busy.
Congratulations. That's awesome though. It's really cool. Uh, uh, what was I using for? Just use this. It doesn't matter. Alizarin crimson. There we go. So the only reason why I use alizarin crimson and cobalt blue in this is for just one mixture, and it's for like a really in between midtone that I want a little bit more milky looking, and I can get that without using white if I use
Paris Black
cobalt blue and
1711
alizarin
says.
crimson.
Yes, still in Box City.
Yeah, and that's a feat. It really is. So that, and then the ultramarine blue, honestly, I really don't even need. I could use ivory black instead of that. It looks the same for what I use it for. I mean, if I really wanted to push like some really cools in the face, I would use it. But especially for this one, y'all can't tell because my dad's asleep right now. The camera's not on him, but the colors up there are not cool at all. It's kind of like orange and warmish looking, and that's just his skin tone. Needed like a more neutral light, I think, if I was going to do it. More cools in it, because he has some cools in his face, but it's just not in this lighting. So, all right. I think I got everything. Start mixing. I'll put the camera on the palette as much as I can. So this I do because I put the this brush soap on it, which is supposed to help condition and preserve it. I don't know if it really does. I just kind of brush it out in between sessions. In between sessions. That was a good move last time I did that. It's looking all right.
Paris Black 1711 says, are there videos online?
The videos online about what necessarily? I have a lot of videos out. I'm working on one on hands, which is going at a snail's pace. But in the meantime, we're getting some good streams out still. Just don't have a lot of time to edit right now. I'm really working to get back into this. Whew. That portrait is sunken in. That's another thing. So this one's
Paris Black 1711 says, sorry, are there videos online of you starting this portrait? User
yes.
GZ5JK3ZY8V says,
Is that Mario?
Ciao Luis, buon lavoro.
Grazie.
Dinner time here in Italy. Semper bravissimo.
Buon appetito. Buon appetito. Mario mio. Zio Mario. All right. Let's go. Don't need this yet. Just keep it here for quick draw. Let me reposition the camera. I think it's going to be. There's Goat. Hey, boy. All right.
Windy City 1828 says, I love the Italian accent.
Oh, thank you. I used to live in Florence, but and I can still speak Italian. It's not as like smooth as it used to be. Let's see. Yeah, y'all can see that. That's all right. Hey, boy. Hey, bub. How are you, bub? You doing good, bub? Says no. All right. Here we go. All right. So the first one we do was it black and then just a touch of Indian red, which still makes a nice, deep, rich black. It depends on which Indian red I'm sure you use. This one I think is from Blue Ridge Oil Company. I think. Now I've switched to RGH paint, which I think is in California, I think, and it's very good. I really like it. I think the oil to pigment ratio is better. The only thing I don't like is that I got bubbles in the paint. But I don't think that's normal. I think I'm just having like bad luck. All right, so what is this? This one has a lot of junk in it. I'm going to take this out. Okay. We go some black. And we're going to do some yellow ochre. Just a little bit, and then some Indian red. And that's it. If I wanted to, I could put a little alizarin crimson in. But I don't really need to. Just kind of adjust it. So the yellow and red bring the value that's light up in the paint. So you don't need to use white to do it. You just use color. Let's use color, and that's how you can get those deep, rich, juicy shadow shapes. You don't want to put white in your shadow shapes. You know, it's good to organize your values on your palette because it's easier than to organize
User
it on your paint.
GZ5JK3ZY8V says, Semper Zio. Your father is very proud of you. Did you say Alizarina crimson and cobalto blue for cool skin areas?
Yeah, I'll show you exactly I colori che mescolo adesso. Il midtono. I don't know if it's tono. The midtone here. The midtone. Il mezzotono. So this is what I do. So I did black and red, then black, red, and yellow in different proportions, right? And the more color you put in the midtones, it gets lighter. Color brings the light because lighter paint, right? So what I could do is I could do black, and then I could do a greater, and I
Plasma
can't
Grapes
show you all here
says,
because that camera is not that
we
great.
learning color theory.
Yeah, a little bit.
Paris Black 1711 says, can't
Plasma
wait to
grapes.
get back to my bargue plates also when the studio gets up and running.
There you go. I like to hear that. So I could do black, red, and yellow and make it lighter. But here, what I do, this is where it gets weird because this is kind of a different mixture, but it works. I can still mix between them and it still works. If you're a beginner, I don't recommend doing this just because you want to push the limited palette, which would just be black, red, yellow, and white, and that's it. Because you don't need these colors right here. These are the ones that I added, all right? You don't need them. All right, but so what I'm going to do for this value, I want to still keep it dark, but I want it to be a little bit lighter, but I don't want it to look like yellowish or reddish, which sometimes it's hard to get that ratio. Even if you get the balance off, it's going to look weird. So I am going to go, I'm going to need more of that, probably not that much though. Okay, got this. And then really, I add orange to it, and at this time, I'm messing up here. Not really messing up, got this. So we mix our secondary color, right? Which is orange. We have orange, purple, and green if I want to mix the green, which I probably should mix the green. I'll mix the green. I could do that either with black or blue, right? So it would be yellow, blue, or yellow, black. Let's put some more red in there. Mixing with the back of the palette knife. That way it stays a little bit cleaner. It doesn't gunk up on the top. So you press it flat down, gets all the paint off. There you go. So you got that. Do that one. And then I'm going to come in here, and this is what's going to lighten it up. So I'm putting the ultramarine blue, some yellow here. We're going to lighten this up. I want it lighter than this. Can I even see this? I know it's hard to see that camera. Normally I'd have the nice camera up, which is on the painting, and you'd see more detail. I'll do a video, like it's in my videos actually. I've shown you this in videos. Put that in. Then what I'm going to do, this is really the key. So I used way too much blue, so I just put a bunch of yellow or orange in, and so now this is what makes it cloudy, is the cobalt blue and alizarin crimson, and it kind of it's a deep purple that takes away the yellow look to it. So this is a way to get a nice softer midtone that works. Let me take some of this out because I got too much. No, boy. He wants the phone. This. There you go. That's it. It's much nice, softer. Let's soften it up a little bit more. The cobalt blue, alizarin crimson. Boom. That's it. It's a very beautiful color right there. This is nice for like midtones and stuff that you can use. Really, honestly, if I want, I can take this and just add some. Normally, I would just do black. Do this. I should have not done that. Okay. Let's get some white in there. The reason why I say not, because that paint was a little old, but it's actually smooth, so it's working. There you go. No, it has junk in it. I messed it up. I'm on fire right now. In a bad way, crashing and burning. All right, so what I could do is go with the black or the ultramarine blue. I'm going to go with ultramarine blue, but I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did before. I'm going to put less in. Something like that. We put our orange in, more orange than blue. And then I'm going to put some white in, which we didn't put white there, right? That's a very transparent but light mid-tone that's soft, which is nice. And that's why I use the cobalt blue and the alizarin crimson. Then we come in here with, I just added a little bit of red because I knew, normally I don't put enough red in there. So this is like too yellow, too green. So what do? You kind of purple it out and make it more red. Too green, add red. Too yellow, add purple. But this is actually quite nice. I just needed to add red, right? That's it. So if I wanted to do a purple, I could do ultramarine blue and alizarin crimson. That would make a deep one, or I could do ultramarine blue and the Indian red, and that would also work. I mean, they're both ballpark. Instead of doing this, which is like kind of 1, 2, you know, it just saves a step if you mix your secondaries. All right. So I keep on talking about it. I'll go ahead and mix the secondary. And again, I know this is like small on the screen, but I have
Sheer
videos
Curry
where I'm mixing.
says,
It's like the whole thing. What's up,
what is this
Shikari?
sausage fest I have stumbled upon?
Old goat and me, the master, who's crashing and burning today. All right. Let me get some more paint. Follow me. Wait, no, I'm not gonna turn the camera. I gotta. Just give me a second. I'll take a second. Just 1 second here. Just need to add a couple paints on. We say, I'll do this because here, whatever. Not lazy. There we go. All right. Ivory black. Need more. We needed more alizarin, ultramarine blue. Like ultramarine blue and ivory black are interchangeable. You really don't need the ultramarine blue. It's just I'm so far advanced and like my brain's so big that I use it because it's very easy for me to do. So why not? And I'm a successful painter, so I can afford as much paint that I want, you know, excess. And sometimes I go in there and just buy a whole shelf of things and then throw it out when I get home just to prove a point to myself and to everybody else. I post about it on social media and everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. All
Sheer
right,
Curry says,
we got
you could paint without paint with your genius.
exactly. I do it in my head all the time. Like I can see what I want to do in the paint. I just can't do it like with my hands, but I'm like a really good painter. All right. Where's my I just had the ultramarine blue, didn't I? I already put it out. See? Something's off today. Something is off. I think that's it. Oh, Indian red. Indian red. Shikari, your painting is excellent. Is absolutely excellent because you are pulling a feat. I do understand why you are in constant despair, and it's because it's the paint. That's your mentality, and you're on the right track. Now, what I'm talking about is you need to show some brushstroke in your work and get more subtlety and work on your drawing. But that's just, you're on the right track. So just continue doing what you're doing and try to do what I say, and you're going to see huge improvement.
Sheer Curry says,
That arm was
roast
too
time.
thin, and it looked like this. It needs to look like this, thicker up here, maybe a little bit longer. But I knew this part was going kind of back because you have it back like that, right? But it might elongate some. Grain of salt because this photograph could be wrong. I'm not looking at real life, but
Sheer Curry says,
it's looking
the
good.
arms are killing me.
Good. Just keep on working on. That's the key. You can't stop. You have to, like, look, the face I'm working on here. I mean, I've repainted it like several times. You know, it sucks. That's just how it is, man. I think that's it, right? All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna stop being a lazy ass. I'm gonna try to stand and show you all a little bit. Maybe this is better. You know what? I don't think that even helps. I'm just gonna sit here. I'll talk about it. Like if I'm gonna do, I really honest.
Sheer Curry says,
Shouldn't
you
put it
should
up there.
paint from a picture like a real artist.
You don't get enough of that already here.
QFXYT says,
QFX.
Louis Arm has been killing him daily once since he's been single too.
It's not true. All right.
Paris Black 1711 says,
Damn you.
Bargue plates. Sheer Curry says, so since birth,
Tag team him. Kick him while he's down. He's obviously down. Oh, man.
QFXYT says, I think he got a GF in Florence for 5 minutes.
Seems about right. Like I talk about her every single day.
Other than that, yeah. G. E. Whitman says,
What's
howdy.
up? What's up, man?
Sheer Curry says, what did he do in Florence?
No, we're not getting into that again.
Sheer Curry says, never heard of him being in Florence.
I'm not the one who talks about it. Everybody else does. Now Terry's picking this up in class, and they're saying it in class. I never say, at least I don't think I say that, you know, by the way, I went to the Florence Academy and had a girlfriend there for a time. It's like the highlight of everything. Okay, wait. I just mixed purple. Let's mix a green. Mix green.
QFXYT says, that's how you started Tay Stream, man. Sheer Curry says,
the stream, yeah.
Terry is the master.
Terry's no, he's not, and hopefully he's not.
Sheer
He definitely
Curry
isn't
says,
tuning in.
was she Italian?
She was Italian, yes, but I can't tell if you're being facetious or not.
QFXYT says, oh yeah, that's how we did it in Florence, man, at the Florence Academy of Fine Art. Did you know I went there?
Don't say it all the time. You guys do. All right. Let's do this. Okay, moving the paint. Move that down. Move this. I did a video on just moving paint once. It was like probably has 5 views on it if I'm lucky. It really is all it deserves. Though it was actually a good video. All right. Let's modify this just a little bit. Let's brighten that up some. There we go. Take some of that. There we go. That's better. All right. So that's a nice value for that.
User GZ5JK3ZY8V says, you mentioned you repainted the face a few times. Did you wipe the entire face off or painted over it?
I just kept on painting on top of it and developing it. I mean, that's just how you have to do it, just building it up. And if it gets if it loses its freshness, you can always sand it down some, which makes a nice look. Or paint over with thicker brush strokes and, you know, instead of just trying to refine what you have, just paint over it and try to really show the brush work, which I think I might try today, but I'm going to be working with the hair because that's the main thing. I can paint the face whenever, but the hair, I want to cut his hair. And it snowed here for like a month, and then we were sick as well. And so for a month, I couldn't get in here with him because even after it kind of thawed out, there's still ice, and I didn't want him falling.
User GZ5JK3ZY8V says, grazie.
Prego. Niente.
Sheer Curry says, aren't you scared to sand lead paint? Paris Black 1711
no, I'm not
says,
scared of anything.
I must watch that moving paint video. Because I need help with that.
Well, Essentially what that was, um, I kind of did it here, is just organizing, like doing this and like kind of placing it a little bit higher up. And you wouldn't think, but like moving from here to here and really making sure that each, like you're not, you can really optimize it. Because I see a lot of people and the paint's all over the place, but I go from dark to light. And then I'll oftentimes put paint out on my palette. And like this, for example, right here, I could bring up to about right at this level right here. And it's a small move, but if you do that, like you can get another row here and it's not interfering with this and it just creates a better workflow. So it's one of these things, it's like so small that you're like, well, should I do a video on it? But it's a huge thing. Like I did a video on how to tape your paper once, but and it's like, oh, anybody can do that. Sure, they can, but everybody does it wrong, especially Terry and Brian. Every single freaking Thursday night, I have to go through it and like retape their like they can do things that are hard well, and the easy stuff, they're just idiots. I love publicly bashing them when they can't defend themselves. But I've told them this. I've been very honest with them. Anyway, this is the hair. This essentially, these are the same colors as this. It's just less yellow and red. That's it. That is it. All right. And what I'm going to do, so this value is a little bit, I think a little bit darker than that, but
QFXYT says,
here we go.
IMA keep it real here, looks from our perspective it looks like you're mixing on the toilet. Paris Black 1711
Got to be comfortable,
says,
man.
Right.
Do your best thinking there. The best. That's where I come up with all my great ideas. Okay? And you know what everybody here knows what I'm talking about. Especially all the women who act like they don't have buttholes. You all know. You see? Oh my gosh, I can't believe he said it. All right. Here. Everybody's like, oh, this painting's really nice. Thanks. I came up with the concept
says,
while I was taking a huge
Is
dump.
your next great idea to ditch WoW for StarCraft?
I'm too weak to do that.
Sheer Curry says, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said it.
So this is what I mean. I am kind of like repositioning to, because I'm thinking, okay, where am I? And sometimes I'll do this as I'm painting, especially if the brush is coming dangerously close to brushing up against another color, which happened like 20 times last week. You know, so I essentially just put a little bit more blue or black in these mixtures. That's all. And I might put a little bit of walnut oil in. Hey, boy. You know, look, just keep in mind,
QFXYT
you can
says,
correct whatever you do.
guess
So
who's gonna see Metamorphoses?
what is that? Is that a movie? Or
Sheer Curry says,
is that the...
no way when.
That's the show you're talking about, right? Metamorphosis. That's the art show that, what is that? Going to see Rembrandt's house or something?
QFXYT says, April-ish.
Nice. So your mom said, cool, let's go. Are you going with your mom? That's as light as I need to go. Let's get the lightest light here. I'm not going to use it probably, but you can key off on your palette. You can say, okay, that's the light. You know? I'll refine this just a little bit. The cool thing is I can use these colors for dirt in painting.
Driving in Amsterdam is hell.
Ah, so you are. That is it. I didn't catch the name of the show.
QFXYT says.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, she wanted to go, and her 70th birthday is soon, so whatever.
No way. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. So there we go. Okay. Give me some. Dad, careful, boy. I don't want you busting your ass. Hey, boy. Baby.
QFXYT says. I'm not gonna drive, I'll sleep for 3 hours per wakesday. Sheer Curry says. You gonna surprise her with a coffee shop visit.
Coffee shop. Coffee shop. This guy's. That's 2 words, by the way. Coffee shop. Ooh.
Sheer Curry says. Coffee.
Coffee visit. The cool thing about this is that you can cool the colors off with the hair colors that I made for him.
QFXYT says. If we drive for 6 hours and a good chunk at the museum, don't think there's time much for anything else. Sheer Curry says. Coffee.
Is that how?
Sheer Curry says.
Is that how you
You
say
need
it?
like 10 hours in there.
Are y'all gonna? I mean, y'all aren't just. Y'all are staying over, right? I mean, you can. Can't you go back to it? Like one visit doesn't seem like it's gonna be enough. It's not enough, is it?
QFXYT says. I want to see Rembrandt's house, eat where he ate, get shit-faced where he got shit-faced, sleep where he slept, but no time really.
Really? Okay. You know what? That's what we'll go with for now. Let me get this up on Goat. Oh, look at that. Right there, I think, right? Okay. Hey, boy, how are you? Can I take your hat? Here, I want to see that hair of yours, okay? I'll give this back to you in a little bit. Leave the coat on so he's warm. Boy, you look good. Look at you, boy. Look at that little bald head of his. Look at that bald head. Okay. Fix your hair.
Sheer Curry says. I forgot he was there for a minute.
Yeah. I got you. How are you? Are you doing good? And design his hair now. Hair looks good. Yeah, look at you. That looks nice.
QFXYT says. That shit paled out.
It actually has a lot of hair right now. You look good, boy. Okay. That's what we're gonna do.
Cher Curry says. Now he's German instead of Italian.
Yep.
QFXYT says.
See that?
Looked more juice moist.
Hair isn't bad. It just
Windy
needs
City
one more layer.
1828 says. Was you Papa an artist?
No, he was an anesthesiologist, a doc. Yeah, he's very good. He always helped people out. Like he was very generous with helping young docs out and giving his time. He did a lot of charity work, and he's a very good man. He always helped people out. I'm doing this right here to kind of thin out some of the area or the transitions, which I think I can still do. Slowly, it's almost like I'm softly scraping some of the paint off. There we go. But trying to get this. There we go. So at least I can see this now. Okay, because I could not
Windy
see that.
City 1828 says. Bless him.
Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man. All right, my boy. My baby. Yeah, boy. Okay. Same brush. I just need to concentrate. Get this right.
QFXYT says. What do you think about the term Warcraft? Is it intimidating?
I think whoever thinks that there should be fired. That's what I think. That was extremely frustrating to hear. It's even more frustrating that people are trying to stand up for it on the forums. They're bashing anybody who brings it up. It's pathetic.
QFXYT says. That's what Metzen said XD.
If that's what Metzen said, then he was the last, like everybody's last hope. So that was it.
Cher Curry says. Are they going to change the name LMAO?
I don't think so because it's so popular, but they are making it like they're saying they want it so like children can play and this and that, and it's just like I think it's so bad that like people are saying, oh, we want to play with our kids, and you don't need to change literally what made the game great to play with your kids. Play a different game until they're older if you want, but this should not ruin the game over this. Like, it's honestly just incompetence at its highest, and I think these people are also extremely woke,
Cher Curry says.
and it's
Go
very
hit them,
frustrating.
Twister.
Like, I mean, I've just lost so much
QFXYT
patience with
says.
it at this point.
Loki Imo that explains why they've abandoned PvP. I think they don't want people to fight each other.
I mean, I think you're right, honestly. And the problem is that they don't communicate outside of stuff like that, and when they do, they say the stupidest things, and you know, I mean, it's like feels like they have contempt for the very people that made the game great. It really does. Like, I mean, I don't, I just, we don't have any other place to go is the problem. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's bad. I'm actually pretty frustrated with them. I mean, I don't know what Metzin's doing. That guy, I remember I used to copy the drawings that he made when I was a kid, and they were really cool. It was like, fantasy stuff, and it's just he was just so badass. And now everything's just so touchy-feely, and you feel it's like they want you to feel guilty for. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I really don't. I wish I could. I wish I did, but yeah, it's not good. I think I think we're in trouble, honestly. It's looking okay. It's okay, but hmm, boy, like I just don't understand why they need to like whenever you open look, you cannot please everybody. And if you make any product for everybody, nobody will want it. I mean, some people will, but you're taking out what makes it unique. You can't be everything to everybody. You just can't be. I'm not saying don't aim high and try to get people in, but they need to capitalize on their strengths. And so far, they're looking at all of the success that they've gotten and failing to understand what got them there. And they're going further away from it and demonizing anybody who says that. And that's what they do. And it's honestly pathetic. It's like, it's extremely disrespectful. Anyway, all right. You're just trying to piss me off, aren't you, QFX? You know my weakness with this stuff. I do let it get to me more than I should. I'll be the first to admit.
QFXYT says. Isn't there no war in Midnight 2 LMAO? People mentioned it on the forum.
I don't know what's happening tonight. To be honest with you, I have not been paying attention to the story for so long because they keep on making it um like you have to get along and bridge our differences and we can't be divided and like it's extremely boring and it's like the writers are writing themselves into the story where the characters are like these like asexual, you can't tell what sex they are with glasses, like hipsters. I mean, it is weird. I don't, it is extremely uninspiring. There's no strength in it. There's nothing inspiring about the stories anymore. They used to be really cool. And now it's just like them talking about their differences and being extremely emotional and men being extremely touchy and sensitive in it.
Cher Curry says.
And that's it. It's weird.
Asexual lesbians.
Yes. Yes, but that is what's happening. And they're they're putting like trans characters in like in the form of class like they're going woke is what they're doing. And I know some people support that, but most people do not, and that's why it always fails. And they're still doing it, and it's just unreal. And it's ruining the story. Like most people want an escape from that stuff, and they feel they need to use their platform to preach to people about that. And aside from me saying this, I don't do that with my platform. Like, I'm not going to go and try to preach political opinions for you guys who come here about art. Now, I'm bitching and complaining about a game. That's a little bit different. And
Another person
I
in line
apologize for the
EHG
people who
says,
have no idea what
hello
this
true
is.
believers.
What's up? What's up? But I mean, that's like this is totally different. Like what they're doing is just they're ruining themselves is what they're doing. And then when people give them feedback, they get pissed off and demonize them. That's what they
Sheer
do.
Curry says,
They're
I'm very
idiots.
mad you never paint black people or trans people. QFXYT says, they brought back Valera Sanguinar, she's totally flat and basically no curves. I mean, come on bro, do you want to sell copies or not?
So I found her attractive, and I don't know why. But part of me does agree with what you're saying because they do try to. Yeah, I know what you're saying, and part of me does agree with that. Like for me, I felt like playing devil's advocate. The it went like that. It wasn't the best cinematic, but it wasn't as bad as what it's been, and it was better than I thought it would be. All right, like I liked parts of it. I think, but I just want to see somebody get their like decapitated, and I think we all do. Look, it's a game, and there are people there are people who I think I don't know why they're doing this, but they're saying, oh well, oh like you're a bad person for wanting this. Like that's the feeling you get,
QFXYT
and I'm
says,
thinking this is just
I'm just talking the
make
in-game
believe.
model, I haven't seen the cinematic.
Oh, so I haven't seen that, and you might be right about that. Yeah, I don't know. You could be right about that, man. Hey, baby, how are you? I'm gonna bring his head down just a little bit, baby. I feel like this is too long for the width. Maybe that's just how he's looking at me. His head's a little bit down. I think I have two different positions on the face. Hey, baby. You might be right about that. I don't know. I haven't seen the end game. Now, if they like, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, so this is one of those things where I find myself having to explain human nature. And when you're at that point where you have to explain human nature, it's not to you guys, but
QFXYT
to them,
says, I mean
you've
the
already
outfit is
lost.
cool, but the models have been in general useless. Another person in line E8G
Yeah.
says, Lewis, are you doing that method of vanishing between layers?
Vanishing between layers. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you my mindset with this.
Another
Um,
person in line E8G says,
I'm just trying to get the drawing
vanishing.
correct here. Like, just kind of like having
Another
it
person in line E8G
vanish
says,
into the background.
varnishing.
Varnishing. Oh, varnishing. Okay, yeah, sorry. I should have um doing the method of varnishing between layers. I'm not varnishing. No, definitely not. Okay, I think I want that to come down some. I think that's what's bothering me. I'm going to experiment with the hair just a little bit top. So guys, here we're just trying to get the hair
Another
cool.
person in line E8G says, looks good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh, I mean, look, uh, like QFX, I think we're on the same page with this. They're just, it's like they can't do anything cool anymore. And if you say, look, I think it would be cool if you did this or that, it's like it's the weirdest thing. It's like this is basic stuff. It's like either it's cool or it's not cool. And then people will argue it left and right. Well, it's, fun is, it's just kind of like beauty's in the eye of the beholder type.
QFXYT says, But yeah, with that attitude I think we can totally kick the Hopi bucket for PvP, they want to kill it off.
I mean, I think they've wanted to kill it off for a long time, yeah. But is that
User
too much?
GZ5JK3ZY8V says. Grazie Luis, a presto.
A presto, Mario mio. Ci si vede e grazie venire qui sempre. È buono averti qua. Something like that.
Another person in line E8G says.
I think this can come in
I
some.
refuse to watch a halftime show until they have sharks with space lasers. Is that too much to ask?
Sharks was yeah, the halftime shows. I don't know. I just I don't know what was going on with that last night. Um, but yeah, like it's just they used to have things that were just like freaking cool and inspiring, and it goes into like I think art in general, right? And I have found myself in positions and where I'm having to explain
QFXYT
basic
says.
human nature to
Ya
people.
no valericans mucho no bueno amigos.
Oh, they're not? Okay,
Shir
so I
Curry
haven't seen them.
says. I will watch a halftime show when they get some 80-year-old singer.
You know, and on a personal level with like you can still look, okay, all right. You can still be flat chested and pretty. I like now and they can still pull it off in game. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how they're doing it. If they're trying to make it look like a dude, you shouldn't do that. And that's the other thing. They're saying they want this game for kids and stuff, but then they have a lot of crazy woke bullshit that is not
QFXYT
appropriate for
says.
children in there
Ladies,
now.
please don't shun me.
And it's just how it is. Like it's very contradictory. So it's their version of what they think kids should want or whatever. And I don't know, man. And
Shir
the other
Curry
thing is, I
says.
was a kid when I first
They
started this
already
stuff,
did
and it was cool.
QFX.
I mean, it used to be just badass. It was cool. It was not inappropriate. You knew it was a game. And I think it's not as much just this game. It's more of my frustration in general. What's happening all the time with art is that, especially if it's mainstreamed, people will shame you out of coolness and stuff that's just common sense human nature. Like the laws of attraction. For some reason you have to have like women looking like men and men acting like pussies in the game. Like it's not an attractive trait to be weak as a guy. I wouldn't think. I think it's extremely bad. Like if I had a kid, I would not be teaching him to be feminine. I would teach him the value of femininity and its place, but I would also try to be teaching the value and what a man is and strength. Like there's that, but they have this idea of toxic masculinity and it's going too far. And
QFXYT
it's
says.
bullshit. And I'm tired
They
of it. I
want
am
kids
so
to be the
sick of it.
target audience, man. They part easier with their cash. Another person in line E8G
Yes, I don't
says.
know.
Yup.
Like I am telling you right now, my dad taught me not to be a pussy. And I'm not saying I'm the strongest person out there, but I would not be able to take care of him if it wasn't for some of the stuff he taught me. That today people would be like, oh my gosh, it's so insensitive. It's just not reality. And that's my point. Look, guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit worked up today. This was just one of those days where it was not a great morning. And so I was really on the ropes about doing the stream.
Shir Curry
So
says.
I'm trying not to go
I think
overboard.
men should be strong but not emotionally constipated.
I agree with that, Shakir. I
QFXYT
agree
says.
100%.
Are you strong
100%.
compared to Gears?
Gears. I think Gears could probably kick my ass. I don't know. I've never met the guy. But I don't get into fights with people anyway. But my point being, like Shakiri, you're right. It's common sense. That's my point. Like, you should be able to express yourself and have conversations and not just be like, and they're different people. Some people are attracted to people like that. Fine, fine. I'm just saying, like, in this stuff, if you, this is the audience where if you put out and say, why can't we have just like some strong, like characters just jacked, destroying people and like some, like these really cool stories like you used to have, and then you just get decapitated. And that's my point. And then they start spouting this stuff, and it goes back to toxic masculinity and how we need to come together. And it's just like, all right, fine. In real life, the coming together and like, that stuff, I get
Another
it,
person
but
in
this
line
is not real
E8G
life.
says,
This is a game.
Lewis, if you need a smile on your face, feel free to print out a copy of Pumpkin Baby and hang it up next to your bathroom
It's like your
mirror.
trademark thing. That I like what you did
QFXYT
with
says,
Shakuri
Gear's
painting.
biceps be looking like it would eat yours for breakfast.
Well, I also I haven't flexed for you guys either, but I think he still got me there. What was I doing? Where's the? Oh, I need to fix the music on Twitch. Anyway, guys, like I
Sheer
said,
Curry
I'm
says,
kind of going off
we need
today.
more
I
pumpkin
almost
babies
didn't
in this
stream.
world.
I apologize for anybody. I might be pissing some people off, and I'm not meaning to, and I do apologize for that. I just some days you just want to punch a wall. Okay, what? And I was on Twitch. I was listening to
QFXYT says,
Mozart, trying to cool down.
they're all
Honestly,
gonna be on WoW soon when the old guard left.
let's do this. Beethoven. Turn that up some. Moonlight Sonata. This should do it. But then QFX will say something, get me worked up again.
Another person in line E8G says, you can't piss me off, I was born pissed off and kicking like Chuck Norris.
My baby. All right, trying to get that hair down. I think what I have this brush. Let's do this. Hey, baby. What a good man. One of the things I like about it is that it kind of comes down some. And then I want to put some color into it as well because there is some color which
Another person in
y'all
line
probably won't be able
E8G
to tell this.
says, has Ols Pop see his painting?
Yeah, I've shown it to him before, and sometimes he looks. I'm like, "Who is that?" He's like, "Me." It's really cool. Yeah, sometimes he recognizes it. It's really awesome. It's looking okay. So the one thing that it was lacking, because if you really look, you're just like, okay, somebody has gray hair, but they oftentimes have some color in it too.
Another person in line E8G says, yup, Sheer Curry, I think we need a pumpkin baby meme.
It's too much. I really need to be careful not to overdo this.
Cher Curry says, when life gives
Ava.
you pumpkins, make a baby.
That was actually a pretty good quote. Curry, you would be a good writer for like a comedy show, I think. That's okay. Now he looks like he's from the 80s. Technically, he was around then,
Another
but
person in line E8G says, Lewis, that last bargue, I was shading using charcoal, and yup, it looks too harsh, operator error.
yeah, yeah, yep. That's why, and I gave you a harsh critique because of that. Because I was like, and so here's the thing: like when I give somebody a harsh critique, it's because I know that they can do better. Like I'm
Cher
holding them to
Curry
a high
says,
standard.
normal people don't like my jokes.
Why? How? How? You have like the best sense of humor you can have. You have like it's top notch. Top notch. I see that. You know what? I today am not in a good mood. I woke up in a good mood, but I am not in a good mood because I almost went off. I'm like, why am I going to go off about this? But I disagree with that. I think people should.
QFXYT says,
There is humor to
it's
that though.
not bad for a Dutch dude.
What was it that you call
Another
her, like
person in line E8G
Philip or
says,
something?
good thing we're not normal LOL.
No, we are not normal. All right, that hair is looking pretty freaking sweet. It's looking much better. Let me see how it looks on here. That looks okay. It's just
Cher
so
Curry
you see how
says,
patchy this is?
Rick.
Rick, that's it. The patchiness is something that I'm also dealing with. It's just like so sunken in. You know why I
Another
think it
person in
is?
line E8G says, Rick
I need to,
James.
I think I need to start using
Cher Curry says, I thought charcoal was good for bargas.
bars. It is, but he's just drawing like he's just not sharpening it, and so it's like very chunky, and he's not doing it right, and he knows it. And so I gave him a pretty harsh critique because I've seen him do better. But underneath all that, I'm very pleased that he's doing those things. Like, you got to be doing, if you haven't done them, you should be doing some bar drawings. It's like bread and butter. Let's get this going.
QFXYT says, I've seen Blizzard do better.
Oh, you're trying to get to me again. All right. I'll try not to go off because, like I said, I am not in a good mood. I almost didn't stream, but I really, at the same time, wanted to
QFXYT
stream. I
says,
really did.
always cream.
Part of me thinks y'all like it when I go off, um, but they can definitely do better. I mean, and I'm not like such a big story person. The reason why it affects me is because every time that it's their mentality of how they're going about things, and I think it's disrespectful to the player base that made them. I really do. I think I think it's weak to say, "Oh, I want to play with my kids, so can you totally change
QFXYT
this game
says,
into a kids
I thought
game?"
we were calling is by our WoW names now.
Well, we need to get Shakuri a WoW name, and um, we need to get uh, yeah, we need to get everybody WoW names, I guess now. I don't know, but also I don't want to annoy everybody with this game because like I swear I talk about it more here than I actually play it. I
Another person in line
do not
E8G
play it that
says,
much.
what is that background color? Let me guess. Kremnitz white, ivory black, alizaron crimson, maybe some purple.
Wrong. Nope. There's no creminous white in it. Same color as I always use, Pinky. Hey, boy. You're my boy. Like that. Anyway.
Sheer Curry says. Pupple. Another person in line E8G says. Wrong again. QFXYT says. Looks more like the aftermath of Spicy Taco Tuesday.
Y'all are talking about this. This is black, red, and yellow. That's it.
Sheer Curry says. Did he say pinky?
Yes, I did.
QFXYT says.
Yeah.
No wonder there's no juice to it, didn't even add red.
There is red. I said yellow, red, and here's the other thing. It's look at this, guys. Look how sunken in this is. I want to show you. In case you didn't see it. Look at this. All right. Right here. Ready?
Another person in line E8G says.
Look at that.
Yup,
That's how
needs
sunken.
some
That's the
juice.
actual color. No, that's the color. This is the actual color right there. That's it. That's how sunken in this thing is. Now imagine this all over this. That's what we're having to deal with. So I think the solution is to start working on oil ground instead of gesso.
Another person in line E8G says. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no way I would just put that crappy background in. Even though I did put it in, but
QFXYT
there's more to the
says.
story.
New Valera is sunken in AF, they need to oil her out.
They don't know how to do inspiring stories. They don't understand basic human nature, and I think again, they're making a
Sheer
game that
Curry
is not
says.
for children.
Oil Prime.
They're totally changing it up, thinking they're going to cast a wider net to get the children in, and they're going to ruin the thing in the process because children are not going to be playing that game. They are not. It is too difficult, it is too clunky, and they have no idea. It is bugged out. It is impossible to get into. And, anyway. All right.
Another person in line E8G says. Need to make your own pigments out of bones from your enemies.
You're correct. How do you know that I don't? Okay. How are you? Are you doing good? You doing good? Yeah. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you some food, okay? And you can eat, okay? Let me give him a little food. All right, boy. Let's give you some food. All right, look at this. Look at this. Here.
QFXYT says. Do you like the writing and voices? I think they suck. Everyone's pulling some stupid accent and I can't take them serious anymore.
To be honest with you, yeah, the acting's really gone downhill and the writing's horrible.
Another person in line E8G says. Little glaze spray.
There you go. Good. Good. Yeah, it's no, they're not doing a good job right now. They're just not. And they can be. I think they have some talent there, maybe, but they're not. Little glaze spray. No, I'm not going to glaze. What I'll do, I'll oil out a little bit before I go into it, but I'm not going to glaze spray. Don't want to put a bunch of stuff. No, Dad. Here. Here, boy. I got you. Ready? Here. Yeah, there you go. Here. Here. Hold your hand out. Ready?
Good.
You got it? Got that?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Got it? Got that? Should have got in a bowl for him. I would eat this, but then I won't be able to stop. I'll get really hungry. Do I have a bowl? I might have a bowl. Ooh, I do. Look at this. There you go. Don't spill it.
QFXYT says. What do you play on StarCraft?
Protoss, but I'm not good at that. I'm extremely beginner with it, but it's fun.
QFXYT says.
Bring this down just
I
a little
respect
bit.
Protoss, at least not Zerg.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun because I play with Zerks and Miz and they know how to play it, so they help me. It's a lot of fun. It's just something nice to do. Okay, so let's bring down the hair just a little bit. Is this the lightest brush? I think it is. Yeah, so let's bring it down. This.
Another person in line E8G says. You guys wear matching outfits when you play.
It'd be really funny. I'll propose that, see how that one goes down.
QFXYT says. Yeah, I played like 2 rounds 10 years ago then quit.
It's a good game. It is actually a really good game, and one of the reasons is because they don't touch it anymore. It is. It's fun, man. It's a fun one. It's fun. There we go. Bring this down. So there we go.
Sheer Curry says. I bet QFX is dressed up as some character right now.
QFX probably is butt-ass naked.
QFXYT says. The professionals are totally APM zombies. They're ready for the mental hospitals mid and after their careers.
Wait a second. What was that? What was that? Professionals are totally APM zombies. They're ready for the mental hospitals. Oh my gosh. Those guys are just so crazy. I've like all of them have to be like totally autistic to be playing as good as they are. They are just something else. It is nuts. I adjust a little bit. Maybe something like that. Is that too much? That might be too much.
hey,
Hey, what's up, babe? Oh, you want more? He wants more. 1 second. Don't eat that. No, don't eat that. Don't. Dead. Stop. That's not food. Stop. You want more? He's hungry. There you go. funny. Look over at him, he's eating the bowl. I got you, boy. You ready?
QFXYT says. Only thing I really like about the game is that you can compete solo, for most other shit you need a team.
Well, the cool thing is you can do, like, you can go solo, you can go 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, I think, and each time you do a combination, like if it's 3 players, you have a
Another
matchmaking
person in
rating.
line E8G says.
And if you get different 3,
Had to
it's
toss
a
out the
different
fruit
rating.
from the still life.
Yeah, it spoils pretty quick, doesn't it? It does spoil. Okay. We got this. Fruit does spoil, you are correct. Okay, so what I want to do here, Shakuri. Okay. I might let me see. Let me see how this looks on stream. I'm gonna pull this up actually on my phone really quick. I want to see how this stream looks on my phone because I want to do this for you, okay? I want you to see something, and I might fail at this today, but that's all right. My channel, and then let's see how the okay. My channel. Let's see how the okay. I can make this work either way, but I think what I do, I think I'm going to take the filter off, and I'm going to make this a little darker so you can see the strokes better. Filters. This just essentially that. Okay, let me see that. Let's see how that looks. Give me a sec. I know this is annoying. I need to have this. Let me see that. Let's see how that looks. Give me a sec. I know this is annoying. I need to have this. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep it on for now. And I'm just going to reposition the camera and bring it a little bit higher so that there's no reflection. Let me turn this off so there's no.
QFXYT says.
There you go.
There was this one dude on the forum complaining that his 3s wins didn't get him the mount, and P-Ops totally shat on him since he played off-season LMAO.
Well, I mean, you gotta go. Yeah. But people need to chill out because there are players that don't know that stuff. I mean,
Sheer Curry says.
there are these
I always
gatekeepers
tell
on there that
myself to
just.
paint more painterly, but then I just forget in a few minutes, lol.
I know. And so that's why I'm doing it because this is how my teachers did it with me. All right, so this might, y'all see where I'm, no, you don't see what I'm doing here, but I essentially put the camera up high and I'm facing it down. So you're going to see some perspective warp, but you're going to be able to see the brush strokes, I think, a little bit better. So let's see how this goes and hopefully this comes back. So I was having trouble with this before.
QFXYT says.
Oh, don't do
No
this
way
to me.
you had a teacher. Where did you go to school?
Oh no. This has been messing up and I forgot it was doing that, and for some reason. Oh gosh. Okay. Why is this happening? I'm gonna try to
Not
fix this.
OCA says.
Oka, what's up?
Lewis, can you teach me how to camp? Sheer Curry says. Community expressive art collage.
All right, I don't know what that was about, but I do not want to restart the stream.
QFXYT says. I heard they kicked him out of the first Italian school, then he had to switch to FAA. Sheer Curry says. College LMAO.
put this one in first and then this one in and see how that does. That goes there. So this isn't making any sense.
Another person in line E8G says. Ah.
One second, guys, I know the camera's off. I'm just trying not to have to restart the stream. All right, so just give me a second here.
Not OCA says. Are you going to play tonight? Another person in line
I don't
E8G
know.
says. What was that straight from my nightmares?
Cancel. Okay, I don't know if we're playing or not tonight.
Not OCA says. If not, you join us going to do new strat in IOC.
It depends. Please stay up. I swear I'm going to fucking flip.
QFXYT says. Aren't you just getting wrecked every time you queue into OCA lel? Share Curry says. He needs a joint. QFXYT says. The Dutch would know about that.
All right, I'm going to restart the stream. I'll be back.